Hi class, how are you? Yes, we do not have class in person this Thursday, but I wanted to do this webcast so you can still see me. You can still get some um, content, English content from me. Okay? So we're going to continue talking about the verb to be. Last class, we talked about how important it is to know the verb to be. The verb to be is the basic of the Spanish, of the English Spanish. Look at me, I'm a Spanish teacher too. The verb to be is the basic of the English language. With the verb to be, and we're talking about present tense, we can say a lot of things. We can talk about, we can describe ourselves physically. We can describe ourselves in terms of personality. We can talk about profession. We can talk about where we are at. We can talk about our nationality, the place we are from. So there is a bunch of things that we can say just simply using the verb to be. So it's very important that you know the pronouns and the verbs. Now, in the last week, we learned that I have pronouns. Pronouns are personal pronouns. They eventually will be subjects in a sentence. Okay? And in English, we have I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. So we have about 8 personal pronouns. Okay? So again, I, you can repeat after me. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. Now remember, it's they, not they. Right? So we have about 8 personal pronouns. So we have about 5 that are singular. I, you, he, she, and it. And about 3 that are plural. We, you, and they. You notice that we have a you singular and a you plural. And how I'm going to know if it's you, você, or you, vocês, it's going to depend on the context of the conversation. Okay? So these are the personal pronouns. These are not the verb to be. To be the verb to be, I have to have the verb. And how do I conjugate the verb to be? It's not I to be, you to be, he to be, right? That would be funny, but it's not the correct conjugation. So the way you conjugate, you say I am or I'm in a contracted form. So you say you are or your. You say he is or his. She is or she's. And then it is or its. We are, we're. And you are, your. And they are there. And that would be the contracted form. Now, one interesting thing is that the I only goes with am. I cannot say I is or I are. That would be wrong, correct? We talked about this last Thursday. So if you say I am, it's just I am. You cannot say I are or you is. You goes with are. So for I have am. For you, I have are. He, she, and it have the same. It is. We are, you are, and they are. And that's the conjugation of the verb to be in the present tense. So if I want to say I am from Brazil, I would say that se eu venho do Brasil, I'm going to say I am from Brazil. I am a teacher. I am tall. I am intelligent. I am a Christian. So in this few sentences, I said that I was a Christian, que eu sou uma cristã, que eu sou alta, que eu sou do Brasil. So with those few sentences, I let people know a little bit about me, about my profession, my country, the way I see myself. So learning the verb to be is very important because it's the basic of the basic. Okay? So when we say statements, phrases, when you make affirmative sentence, we always have to start with the subject pronoun. Then we put the verb, and then what I call the complement of my sentence comes after. So you would say, I am tall. I is my subject. Am is my verb to be in the present tense. And then tall is the complement of my sentence, which happens to be an adjective. I can also say, you are a pastor. You is your subject. Are is the verb. A pastor is the complement of your sentence. Okay? So I will follow this formula to make affirmative sentence. To make negative sentence, I will put the personal pronoun with the subject. Then I will put the verb and then the word not before the complement of my sentence. So if I want to deny that I'm not a pastor or you're not a pastor, I will say, you are not a pastor. You are not a teacher. You are not Brazilian. So this way I would be denying my positive statement, my affirmative sentence. And then how do I ask questions? We learned that the questions, I just need to flip. I'll put the verb in front of the pronoun. So I'll go, it goes like this. Are you a pastor? Am I a teacher? Is she Mrs. Williams? And then to answer, if it's affirmative, I start with yes, she is Miss Williams. So it goes back to the affirmative formula, way of doing the sentence. Is he a pastor? No, he is not a pastor. He's a dentist. Dentista. Okay? So that's affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Now, sometimes when I want to ask a question, I'm not going to start with the verb. Are you, is she, are we, are they? Sometimes I'm going to put a question word before that because I want to have a specific, I want to get a specific answer. So the question words, we saw a couple of classes in the beginning of this course. We saw that I can have question words like what, who, why, when, how. And those question words are very important that you know the definition. Because if you don't know what it means, you can't answer the question. So for example, if I ask you, who are you? You can say, I am John. Or you can say, I am the pastor of the church. Or you can say, I am the pastor's secretary. That's good for Josie, right? Or if I ask you, from where are you from? Where are you from? I am from Brazil. I am Brazilian. Where are you from? I am from United States. I am American. So you see the word where, okay, onde, where from, de onde, and the word who, quem. It's asking me for a specific answer. Okay? So with those type of questions, I don't need to say yes and no in the beginning. Eu não preciso falar sim, eu sou do Brasil. Não, só eu sou do Brasil. Okay? So those question words are going to be there to ask questions that are more specific. So it demands a specific answer. Okay? So let's practice a little bit. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer. So you're going to answer out loud if you're in your car driving, cleaning your house, or somebody else's house, or if you're just sitting in front of your cell phone and watching your beautiful teacher teaching, you can answer back to me. or you can just say out loud in your head if you can't say out loud. Okay? So I'm going to ask you 10 questions, and I want you to answer. All right, so question number 1. Who are you? Who are you? Question number 2. How old are you? How old are you? Question number 3. Is Mrs. Williams your English teacher? Is Mrs. Williams your English teacher? Question number 4. Where is your house? Where is your house? Question number 5. Where is your church? Where is your church? Question number 6. Who are your parents? Who are your parents? Is that too fast? All right, I'll slow down. Question number 7. Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian? Question number 8. Is Jesus your Savior and Lord? Is Jesus your Savior and Lord? Question number 9. How you doing? You doing fine? Who is Jesus? Who is Jesus? And finally, question number 10. It's not a question. I just wanted you to speak a little bit, maybe for 50 seconds or a minute. I want you to tell me about you. Tell me about yourself in complete sentence. Just spend like a 50 seconds to a minute talking about you. You can talk about your family and physical characteristics, the place you're from, your profession, just things that you have to use the verb to be. Okay? All right. Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to put this video up there as a review of the last class so you don't forget, because we're not going to see each other tomorrow. So you will have this video to play today and play tomorrow. I will post a homework that's going to be related to this video, and this homework is going to be in Lint again. So we're using Lint this week, lint.com/Raquel Williams. Okay, so you're going to go there and you're going to do this assignment. And this assignment is going to be due tomorrow by 11 p.m. So you can use the time that you would be sitting in the class there to do the assignment. Or maybe you can get together with some brothers and sisters there and do the homework together and review the video and do the assignment together, since you have already that time for the class, schedule. So, okay, I hope you had fun watching me, and I have fun doing this. It's so great to be able to help you, and let me know if you have any questions anytime you need. I'm here to serve you and to help you learn this language. God created English, Portuguese, French. God is the creator of all the language, so He wants you to learn. Okay? God bless you. Bye-bye.